The Robertson Library at UPI is building a comprehensive ecosystem for cultural and historical artifacts that we call IslandArchives.ca. That includes digital books, magazines, newspapers, historic videos, historic audio. So IslandArchives.ca is what we call the library of the future. It's where we're putting a lot of the stuff that people can access from all over the world. And it is done in partnership with a number of community partners, provincial archives, the Museum Association, as well as individuals like Dutch Thompson.
In my collection, I probably have 900 hours and counting of audio and videotapes. So I had all this information, and it was getting old, and tapes fall apart, and what was going to happen to them. So this has always been a major concern of mine. It's all on shelves at home in my office. But if the information is not being shared, what good is it? Anyway, the folks I'm hoping who access all my tapes and the photographs on this site will be able to do research from everything from the family tree if they're doing genealogy, and that's a huge business here on PEI. A lot of folks come to the island just to do their family tree.
Island Lives is a collection of what are called local histories. So these are 400 printed histories of a lot of the communities and groups on the island.
Material that we're scanning is, at the moment, what we've selected are rare materials, unique materials, materials that are important to the research and study of Prince Edward Island. So when a book arrives, it's put on a scanner. From that point, the images that are generated from those pages, they are handled in various ways. They will be compiled into, for instance, a PDF of the entire work. They will be put through a process that extracts all the textual information out of those page images, and that's a process called OCR, or optical character recognition. At that point, we basically take that material and ingest it or upload it into our digital repository, or the place where we store and display the content for our users to see and search.
One of the other exciting projects is called Island Imagined. With this project, we're digitizing about 2,000 maps of Prince Edward Island.
I think Island Imagined is really exciting because I think in the past we haven't really used our maps to best advantage as researchers. And that's in part because they're hard to access, in part because maps are old and difficult to handle. There's always a risk of damage. Here you have maps which are now available online. So you don't have to go to an archive in London. It's available on your computer in your living room. The quality of the scans is incredibly high. So you can see on the scan map as well or better than on the original map without having to handle it, without having to use your fingers and do any kind of handling to damage the original.
Another project is Island Newspapers, where we'll be digitizing all of the historic newspapers published on Prince Edward Island.
I've been working with this kind of material as a student, as an expert for coming on 30 years now. To be able to, at home, at night, especially something like The Guardian or the newspaper, or the digitized newspapers, things like that, to be able to access that and not have to carve a chunk out of the workday and come in and to be able to do your research on the weekends, to be able to do it after hours. Just that, first of all, convenience.
We're building world-class expertise here at the Robertson Library at UPEI so that we can make that material available to a larger audience.
What that allows us to do is participate in large-scale digitization projects. It allows UPEI to become a hub of digitization here in the Maritimes, and potentially provide a service to museums, libraries, cultural heritage institutions across the region.